Hello and welcome to the AI with Arun Show. I want you to take a moment and think about the software tools you use every day: Microsoft Word, Excel, maybe an accounting app or a legal tool. Now, imagine if nearly $300 billion of values in those companies evaporated literally overnight. That is not hypothetical. It happened. On Jan 12, 2026, a company called Anthropic released a tool called Claude Cowork. They called it a research preview, but the market saw it for what it really was: the end of software as we know it. In the finance world, they're calling it the SaaSPocalypse. But for you and me, it is the moment AI stopped just chatting with us and actually started working for us. In this episode, I'm going to break down exactly what changed, why the stock market panicked, and why your job is about to get a whole lot different. So, what made this specific tool so dangerous to the status quo? To understand that, we have to look at the agentic transition. Up until recently, we lived in an era of copy paste AI. You go to ChatGPT, you ask for a summary, it gives you a text, and then you have to copy that text, open a Word doc, paste it, format it, and email it. The AI was just a talker. You were still the doer. Claude Cowork flips this on its head. It's execution AI. It does not live in a browser window. It has permission to access your local file system. It can open your folders, read your spreadsheets, edit your code, and create new documents. It bridges the gap between high level thinking and clicking buttons. It was designed specifically for what the tech world calls normies, people like us who need to get work done but don't want to write code in a command line. It is the difference between an AI that tells you how to fix a spreadsheet and an AI that just fixes it for you. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how does it actually manage all that without crashing? The secret sauce is something called parallel orchestration. When you give Claude Cowork a massive task, like read these 100 podcast transcripts and find every mention of Bitcoin, it doesn't do them one by one. That would take forever. Instead, the main agent acts like a general contractor. It breaks the plan down and spins up sub agents, fresh instances of itself, to do the work simultaneously. It's like cloning yourself 20 times to clean your house in 5 minutes. It also uses something called MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. Think of that as a universal adapter. In the past, developers had to build custom bridges to connect AI to different apps. MCP is a standard language that lets Claude plug into any system: your database, your Slack, your internal tools, without custom code. It's a universal translator that lets the AI speak to your entire digital life. So the tech is cool, but why did Wall Street freak out? Between Jan 12th and February 4th, we saw a massive sell off in tech stocks. Investors suddenly realized that the old way of making money, charging you a monthly subscription for a seat, was dying. Think about it. Why would a company pay for five different software subscriptions: one for legal review, one for expense management, one for data analysis, if a single AI agent can do all of that work directly on your raw files? The market realized that we are shifting from software as a user interface, agent as a backbone. If the AI can do the job, we don't need the fancy dashboard anymore. That realization wiped nearly $300 billion off the books. Now let's look at the casualties, because this tells us exactly which jobs are being automated first. Look at the data and analytics sector. Companies like Gartner and S&P Global dropped 10 to 21%. Why? Because Claude can now do autonomous research and synthesis. It can read the reports and summarize the data without a middleman. To legal tech, it took a huge hit, down 20%. Agents can now handle NDA triage and basic contract review. Even financial services like Intuit and Sage dropped because agents can handle tax prep and credit analysis. And interestingly, perhaps, big outsourcing firms saw the stocks dip. The routine administrative work that we used to send overseas is now cheaper and faster to keep it local and let an agent do it for you. I know this sounds like sci fi hype, so let's look at real proof. And I don't mean writing emails, I mean driving on Mars. NASA actually used Claude to generate driving instructions for the Perseverance rover. The AI analyzed imagery, of the Martian surface and wrote the navigation code to get the rover through a hazardous boulder field, a 1300-foot path. It cut the manual planning time in half. Back on Earth, the gains are just as crazy for regular office work. Document analysis, 78% faster. Sales led research, 83% faster. Expense reconciliation, that went from taking an hour to just minutes. Now, this isn't about the future. This is happening right now. Of course, Claude is not the only player in the game. It's a three-way battle. First, you have Microsoft Copilot. Its superpower is that it lives inside Office 365. If you live in Teams and Excel, Copilot is great, but it's often seen as just surface level integration. Then there is ChatGPT. This is the generalist. It has about 60% of the market and it's great for quick tasks and web browsing. But Claude Cowork is positioned as a power tool. It's a deep thinker. It's a choice for when you need an AI to step away for 30 minutes, crunch complex data across multiple files, and come back with a result. It's for people who need structure and reasoning, not just a quick chat. Now, the big question, if I give an AI permission to use my computer, is it going to delete my hard drive or leak my passwords? Anthropic tackled this with virtualization. When you run Claude Cowork, it does not actually run on your main OS. It creates a lightweight, invisible Linux virtual machine, a sandbox, inside your computer. It can only see the specific folders you share with it. It's also human in the loop by default. It starts in read only mode. If it wants to edit a file or delete something, it has to ask you first. Plus, enterprises are using AI gateways to act as a firewall, stopping sensitive data from ever leaving the building. It's a powerful, but it's on the leash. Now, here is the catch, this kind of power is expensive. We are not just sending text back and forth anymore. Remember those sub agents I mentioned? Every time Claude spins one up, it costs money in computing power or tokens. For a 100-person company, running these agents could cost anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000 per day. There is also the risk of runaway agents, where an agent gets stuck in a loop trying to solve a problem and burns through your budget in an hour. So while the software subscriptions are going away, the cost is shifting to API consumption. You're not paying for the tool anymore. You're paying for the electricity and the brain power. Where is all this going by 2027? We are entering the era of agent as a service. Experts predict that in a few years, AI agents will outnumber human employees at major companies. But they won't replace us, they'll work for us. We are looking at the end of tabs. You know how you have 50 browser tabs open right now? That's going away. Instead of opening Salesforce, then Gmail, then Excel, you'll just command a group of agents to coordinate that work for you. We are even seeing the rise of shadow boards, AI systems that sit in on executive meetings to simulate scenarios and help CEOs make decisions. This is a projected $47 billion market by 2030. I want to leave you with this thought. The SaaSPocalypse sounds crazy, but it's actually a reset button for how we work. We are moving towards outcome based economics. You won't get paid for how many hours you spend in a spreadsheet. You'll get paid for the result. This means the most valuable employee of the future is not the one who can type the fastest or knows the most Excel formulas. It is the agentic architect, the person who can lead a team of digital workers. The mundane stuff like organizing files, data entry, formatting is gone. That leaves us with the human stuff, strategy, creativity, and judgment. The software is dying, but the human element, it's more important than ever. Thank you for watching the AI with Arun show. If you want to survive the agentic transition, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.